I silenced my phone. Oh, wait.
Alright, what's up guys? This is Max Ketchum, aka Juice Doom, and I'm joined here by Sabrick, formerly from Florida, now lives in Seattle, Washington, and we're going to showcase some Megaman technology that this man has been developing in the lab.
This is like the secret underground lab that I've been working in. I literally haven't really left my apartment in the last couple of days because of the demo.
This man is on Cinnabar Island in that hidden lab.
Because of the domo, if you look at the... Wait, there it is.
Domo Toaster. Alright, anyway guys, if you're interested in following this man on Twitter or YouTube, you can check out @Sabrick on Twitter, and of course your YouTube account is...
Tearbreakers.
Yes.
So go check that out, and on the Tearbreakers website, or on the Tearbreakers YouTube rather, there's nothing but a ton of educational videos if you're just getting into Smash. Those are a great tool to start understanding some of the higher level play. You know, what we think when we play and stuff like that. And also my Twitter account is primarily directed toward getting people better at Smash and fighting games and things. So if you ever have a question, you can tweet to me, and I answer just about every question I can. And you can always just check out the profile and see what other questions have already been answered to learn whatever you want, really.
Yeah, this guy, definitely a Smash scientist. He's very thorough with his technology. And of course, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can see it right there, @JuiceDoom. And on YouTube, I use the account Smash24 with the number 24 spelled out. And of course, my Twitch is also Max Ketchum. So anyway, the main thesis that we're testing here is that Megaman is busted, whatever you want to say.
Well, what I'll say is this. I'm going to preface everything by saying I personally believe he has the material to be top 5. Obviously I only have the demo, so he's top 5 in the demo. But no, I think the tools that he has given to him are really amazing, and the only reason I can see him not being top 5 material at the end of all things is there are 5 other characters with more busted things than this, or he just has like one of those 0 to death matchups where like someone can grab him and kill him for something. But those facts aside, I think you're gonna see the 3 things that I talk about in this video are kind of like Megaman plays Smash according to different rules than we're used to. So,
yeah.
I'll let you guys be the judge, and if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please try to hold them until the end, as we are making a recording of a video right now. So we will answer all questions from the chat if you guys have any after this little 10-minute recording.
Yep. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to go into, Sabrick, is going to be the Leaf Shield plus defensive options. So give us a little bit of background on that while I show you guys how the move works.
I actually thought Leaf Shield was completely trash for the reason that you're going to see right here. Like, when Megaman shoots it out, which you can see in a second, he has ample lag time where it takes forever to him. Like, this whole shield, Max, when you shoot it out, like, it takes forever to like actually be able to move after that, and you don't have offensive options because pressing A or B in any direction is going to shoot it out. So if Megaman actually gets hit off stage, like, look, Max, put the shield on and jump off. If Megaman gets hit off stage, he can't up B to recover, well, unless it disappears, but he can't up B to recover in it because pressing the B button makes him shoot it, and he'll just fall to his death. So you really don't want to be going off stage with the Leaf Shield on. Yeah, see, he's dead.
Yep.
Okay, but since he doesn't have any real offensive options while having it, I really wanted to play around with it. And someone told me that his leaves have constant hitbox. They're constantly in attack while they're out. Each leaf having its own separate hitbox, doing 2% each, and causing a little flinch animation, kind of like Falco's lasers do in Brawler and Melee. But what are the options we can do with it? We can, as you can see, we can shield. You can throw out a grab, and you can jump and do everything else that, you know, a shield has. So you can roll, you can air dodge, and you can sidestep. The reason this is important is especially against close range characters like Little Mac or something like that, you can put on the Leaf Shield, dash in, and shield. Now typically, I'm just going to break this down for anyone that's new to Smash. The best way to counter someone that is going to come in with their shield is to meet them halfway with a grab. You know, you see a rock option, you meet it with a paper option. So this is important because if someone tries to grab while he has his Leaf Shield up, and I'm coming in with my shield, the leaf will hit their shield, will hit them for trying to grab me, and then I get a free grab. They can grab Mega Man, however, if they dash and shield at the same time, so they would have to block the leaf and then grab me. And if they do get that grab, the leaf shield does disappear, sadly. I understand why, but I'm kind of upset by it. But whatever. So you get free grabs all the time like that. It's really, really useful for getting in. And the leaves do extra damage also. So it's really important because they can't grab you, and if you have any kind of reaction time, when you dash and shield and they dash and shield, if they have to block the leaf first before grabbing you, you should be able to grab them first, just from looking at them block your leaf. On top of, just the dash shields, you have other options too, like, dash at them and then roll behind them. And this is really important because even though you're rolling, the leaves are still active hitboxes for wherever you are. So now you're taking your roll that was invincible and adding a hitbox to it, which is something that no other character really has, which is why I say he plays around. That's so cool. He plays the game according to different rules than most characters have to deal with. He's taking his defensive options and turning them at the same time into offensive options, which is really interesting, and I like it a lot. And the other reason, for all my high-level players out there, or anyone else trying to get to there, the other reason it's really important that the roll is so good is you have to understand that most people's reaction upon getting hit by a leaf or any hitbox when they're on the ground is going to be to come out with it with a shield because they're scared. So if you're rolling behind someone and causing them to shield because they just got hit by a leaf, you're in what we would call like the best position in Smash pretty much, which is you standing behind someone's shield, because they don't have the option to grab you while you still have the option to grab them. And you're going to find that if you get in this position a lot, you're going to force your opponents to roll a lot more or just to panic in general. And you're going to get grabs and things like that. It's pretty cool. Any comments or questions, Max, on that?
No, I think that was very thorough. Also, of course, the one thing that you missed is just sure up air dodge also works with the leaf shield. Get a little cross up, some invincibility. But sure up air dodge with Mega Man, since he does not jump very high, his air dodge doesn't auto cancel. It's not done. The animation isn't over by the time he reaches the ground, so he has to suffer that air dodge lag. So I'd say that makes it probably the least recommended of the options. But spot dodge, roll, shield, all very powerful within the leaf shield.
Spot dodge is probably really powerful too. I like that a lot. Because even if they do manage to get that grab timing, if you throw out that spot dodge, that gives them more to worry about, and there are still 3 more leaves coming for them to have to defend against.
Yep.
So, definitely viable options that he has. I love him a lot. The next thing I'm going to talk about is, as you see, his Buster Cannon. I've been hearing a lot of complaints from people that have tried out Mega Man and saying that his Buster Cannon is kind of booty, because people can just attack out of getting hit by it. It does cause like a flinch, and I want you to understand that. The difference between a flinch and like a knockback move is knockback, they get into like hit stun and they fly away, whereas a flinch they don't go anywhere, they just kind of stop what they were doing. So if, let's say Robin here was doing a forward air or a forward B, and the pellet hit him before his hitbox came out, then he was going to stop doing that forward B or stop doing that forward air, and he just goes back to standing up in neutral. That's a really important point to stress, because that means as long as Mega Man, as long as his Buster Gun is a longer range move than whatever the opponent has, he can stand just outside of the opponent's maximum range and shoot these pellets standing still. You don't have to push forward. If you push forward, you're going to get hit by whatever attack they try to come out with. But as long as you're very good at spacing, you'll be able to stand to that maximum range of their range and just shoot out those pellets and give them free damage. I've gotten 30-40% by standing there and shooting people that are trying to attack through it. What was I going to say? But the other thing that a lot of people don't know is that you have the ability to pull back from the neutral air. Once you short hop, as you can see here, once you short hop and press the A button to initiate the first Buster Gun, you can start holding back or holding forward while mashing A. You will not forward air, you will not back air. As long as the first one that came out was the neutral air, the rest of them will be neutral air as well, and that gives you ridiculous control over spacing in the air. So if someone is just diving at you, or jumping through you through the pellets, you can consistently respect their hitboxes, their random attacks, by just pulling back as they push forward, and you're gonna get all that free damage as they try to push through all your attacks. The other reason I like it is it doesn't only beat out like attacks and things, where even if they do ping with one of the pellets, another one is going to be behind it to hit them. It doesn't only beat out the attacks, but it also kind of pushes people into their shield and then kind of keeps them there. Because if someone it has short range, let's say again like Little Mac is probably the best example. Megaman can do things like walk forward. Max, if you can show the walk forward tilt is shooting, right? As long as you stop the shooting right when you get into like their grab range, like maybe like a Mega Man and a half in front of them, if you stop right there in front of a character with short range and they're in their shield, they don't really have many options out of their shield unless they're Meta Knight, they can up you out of shield or something like that. But if they don't have one of those ridiculous out of shield options, you're going to kind of keep them locked down in their shield until they decide to try to jump out, where you can just shoot a pellet over their head and catch them, or they'll try to roll out backwards or forward. If they roll back away from you, if they have enough space to roll back, you can just walk forward, keep shooting, and repeat the situation. I'm not saying these are like the end-all be-all, you know, pressure situations. They're just really good options that a lot of characters don't seem to have. And if they roll toward you, you can always just stop shooting and turn around and grab them or something like that. Again, to reference, I love this because it puts them into a situation and then punishes them all with the same move. Going into this game, I was really skeptical of his Buster Gun because I was worried he wasn't going to have good enough normals to deal with people up close, but I really believe that his pellet is like, his Buster Gun is more than ample enough to like kind of stop hitboxes in their tracks.
Yeah, the Buster definitely a slept-on tool. I think it's so good, man, especially if you are capitalizing on the range like that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how long that is, man. If you think about it, that's his jab, like,
and his forward tilt.
So quick, it's just so quick. Like, even if they beat one, okay. Other reason it's good if you don't understand this about like the projectiles in this game. Most projectiles will trade with hitboxes now, kind of like if you've played Project M and you've seen like Mario Fireball a lot. Some characters will just attack those fireballs and they trade. They stay in place. The pellets seem to work a similar way from what I've seen so far, where someone can throw out a hitbox and they'll trade.
Well, clank.
They clank, yeah, they clank. But the thing about that is Mega Man has 2 or more pellets coming right behind it. So they're not going to throw out hitboxes faster than you're going to shoot pellets. Like, it's not going to happen.
I wish Pac-Man could eat them, but unfortunately not.
And I want to encourage everyone, like, not to get like discouraged by this at all, but like find your counterplay to it. Like, I think it's really important to recognize the strengths of other characters and like find the holes in between it. Find what your character specifically can do about it. I, again, obviously only have the demo, so I've only personally put in the practice against those 4 other characters. And so a lot of this is theorycraft. But I believe, from my understanding, I've been playing Smash for like 10 years. From my understanding, this is a very useful tool that I can't wait to actually use on the rest of the cast.
Alright, let's move on to item number 3, which I think is the craziest of all of them.
So I was playing around with his up B. This is not rush canceling, which I will go over really quick. Rush canceling, if you don't already know, is basically when Mega Man gets hit by someone, he can actually up B out of the hit stun faster than he can jump out of the hit stun or attack out of the hit stun. So it's just a way of escaping combos, and that was a really big deal to a lot of people. It is a really cool thing to do, especially out of throws and things like that. But what I learned about the move kind of adds on to that, and like it really pushes his zoning game, I'll say. It pushes his zoning game to another level, and definitely far beyond any aerial. Oh, he's doing it right now?
Yeah, just a little taste, but you could go on and explain it.
So basically, some things you should know about the up B. Max, if you could just up B and try to double jump as early as possible.
All right.
First, you'll notice you can double jump after the up B. That's pretty cool. If you haven't used your double jump yet, you will have it coming out of the up B. But if you can see, he can't actually do anything. Like, try forward airing immediately. Like, he can't do anything until the apex of his jump, and that was kind of upsetting to me at first, but I dealt with it. So you can't do anything until the very top. Stop jumping on his head. But if you fall back down and bounce, on it the second time, not only do you go higher, but you can actually act on the way up, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, it allows you to do things like down air on the way up to protect yourself, or just move faster. Like you can move left and right out of that second bounce, like immediately, to get better control in the air, either if you're chasing somebody or if you're just trying to run away. That's all cool, fine. Now we're gonna add on to the fact that his B reverses, which you'll see in a second, are probably the best that I've seen in a lot of characters. Villager has a really good B reverse, which is, if you don't know, you just kind of you use a B move to change your momentum mid-air. So if you're going really hard to the right and you use a B move and slam to the left, your character will then just change momentum mid-air and go left.
Yeah, the input for that, guys, is you press B for the special move while moving forward or backward, and then you press the opposite direction.
Yeah, you just slam back.
So B first, then control stick.
Villager's is really good because his catch is invincible. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, his catch is completely invincible, whether or not he's catching something. So he has a B reverse that has invincibility frames, which is kind of nuts. Like, you have to follow him, guess where he's going to land, and then catch him on the landing, but not actually punish the move. So it's kind of like a more improved version of Olimar's Whistle, if you remember that from Brawl. But Megaman's is really special because he can do his B reverse to move back while throwing the Metal Blade in any direction, which the best one to me is down. If you're trying to use the B reverse to mess with someone that's trying to catch you, throwing the Metal Blade down below you while changing your momentum is going to really trip people up that are trying to chase you. In any case, you can use that after the rush to watch up B and then B reverse back to it. You can use it to mess with people that are chasing you and then get your second spring in the same time. That's all cool. But the most important thing about this is that after rush disappears, even if you use your double jump, you get your double jump back, and then you get another rush when he disappears. So once you see here, like, it's kind of ridiculous. Mega Man can just stay in the air for prolonged periods of time. When I first figured this out, I was playing my friend in a 2-minute time match because that's what the demo does, and I killed him once, and then I did this for a straight minute before I landed. I know it seems a little ridiculous, and I agree it is. It's like an obscene ability to camp in the air while throwing out projectiles in every direction. He's got great mobility in the air. And the pellet gun on top of that. Leaf shield if he needs it on the landing. I like it a lot when you combine all three of these aspects. It will be useful for timing out if that situation comes up, but it'll be just most useful for racking on damage on people that are worse in the air than others, and kind of forcing them to play your game if you have that lead. This is completely useless if Mega Man doesn't have a lead, so that is definitely one counter strategy, is to have the lead, but we can't always count on that. So I really look forward to seeing all the counterplay that people can create to fighting this. My best advice is going to be you have to pressure him by just looking at him and kind of trap his landings a little bit. And also one option you can do that I learned from Max, my roommate, not Max, the guy streaming. But if you're next to Mega Man, even if it's in the air, if you're next to Mega Man when he starts his up B, you can fast fall to the rush, and even if it's in the air, you can get a bounce off of it as well. And on that bounce, you'll get your double jump back. You'll be able to attack right away on the way up, like he does on his second one. So you can actually chase Mega Man around. If you have a decent air game, it should be pretty easy to catch him. But the trick is going to be baiting him into up being next to you. That's just what I've theory crafted about how to beat it. I really look forward to seeing what other characters can do, what other players can do to get around it. But yeah, again, it's for all three of these reasons. Like, it's new ways to play the game, and I'm really excited to test it out, see the counterplay, and I believe Mega Man is going to be a great, viable character for anyone that's been looking forward to playing him. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other ATs and ways of abusing things with him or other characters as well. So I encourage everyone, please put your brain to work. Like, get creative with it, like I have in 2 days. Like, I got lucky. I thought of these things. To be honest, I didn't think I'd be able to find this kind of stuff this fast. So I'm just appreciative of that, and I appreciate everyone that's been watching. And please, if you have any questions about anything Smash related, competitive gaming related, follow me on Twitter at Sabrick, and I will answer any question you have. We are going to do a this recording will actually be on my YouTube if you want to rewatch it later. You can check it out here on past broadcasts on this stream, or check it out on the Tier Breakers YouTube channel, and by the end of the day at least. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions that you want answered right now, you can go ahead and type them away in the chat, and we're going to get to them.
Yep, thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, you can follow me on Twitter at JuiceDoom. Follow Sabrick on Twitter at Sabrick, S-E-I-B-R-I-K. It's Kirby's backwards. And
I just want to reiterate, the game has not come out yet. We have a long way to go, and I can't wait to make more videos like this for you guys.
Yes, absolutely. Alright, guys, so that cuts it for the video portion of this, and now we're going to talk to the chat.